We're the American Red Devils, and we're breaking down Manchester United's win against Glasgow Rangers in the Europa League, sir. United wasn't great, wasn't the worst thing in the world. We did get a win. We almost made a meal of it. We conceded a hilarious goal late on, and then Bruno Fernandes got the winner in stoppage time. European magic still exists, even for a club in crisis, even for a club selling one of its most promising up-and-coming youngsters to our hated rivals down in London. I can't fucking believe it. We'll get into that a little bit later. But United stay undefeated in Europa League. We are in the top 4, I believe. We're like in the part of the curve where you're not playing extra games, which is what we want to avoid. Manchester United need every break they can get. They need time to practice because this manager is under a lot of stress. He's already aging. He's only been here, 10 weeks, if that. And we all feel for Ruben Amorim because he inherited a whole bunch of bluffers. Some of them show up today. We got the result. We got a win. Old Trafford found its voice late on. And most importantly, getting a little closer to knockout football in Europe. I think we're gonna need that cup, sir. How we feeling? How we doing?
You sound excited. It's a results-based business. And when you're the worst Manchester United team in history,
It wasn't wrong.
It's a results-based business. And we needed that. As unconvincing as it was, it could have been worse. Rangers, they're a decent side, right? They're in the top 8 of the Europa League coming in. And the fact that United now stand 4th in the Europa League table is a really encouraging sign, because to win cup competitions, you have to be frisky. You got to get results. Now, what we need is also performances. But when you're 13th in the league, your manager's saying you're the worst team he's ever seen, we'll take a win. We need to build on this. The fact that Europe is our only path to getting the Champions League, and we're basically mathematically out of top 4, will also service us well, because we can focus on Europe as a key driver of that PSR revenue that we need so badly. So
we are a PSR team these days.
Don't be surprised to, as we go deeper into the league, that these fixtures in Europe are going to hold more weight than maybe the league, as long as we can avoid this relegation drop zone. But it's encouraging. Look, a late winner at home. You beat Rangers. We were supposed to be there. We didn't get to go. Don't cry over spilled milk. Just enjoy it. Take the 3 points. We didn't have to eat an L. On to the next one. On to Cincinnati.
That's it. I mean, we've been eating so many L's. I've been eating so many shit sandwiches. My breast's starting to stink, and I don't need to complain about, finally getting a glass of iced tea, sir. So I will take a win. Late winner, Bruno Fernandes on the volley. Love to see it. And like you said, it could have been so much worse. United could have dropped points. We could have dropped their head after conceding late in the 80s and then lost the game, knowing this side. So the fact that we gritted it out, found a late winner, it shouldn't have even gone that way. They did have a couple big chances in the first half, and then they had that, of course, when their striker turned Maguire like a doorknob.
That was
brutal.
Yeah.
But United showed a little bit of grit, got an important goal, but we're still relying on individual brilliance. That's the problem. Bruno with an unbelievable goal, Martinez with a great pass, and it's just like that shit is not repeatable in the way we need it to be. So United need to figure things out, but this gives us cloud cover or air cover, because right now we just needed the ability to kind of lick our wounds a little bit, and a win does that. A win does that in an important competition that we have to be advancing in. Like you said, a great chance at the Champions League, and it's a very good point. It's like, assuming we get through to the round of 16, they will almost certainly prioritize Europa League, because that's the best shot.
As long as we're
safe
safe out of the drop.
Which we should be.
When we come in to Europa League. Quick PSA for the podcast. You like the American Red Devils? We are for fans, by fans. Check out our YouTube channel, sir. We are on YouTube. Just launched it in the summer, and you can take a look at all of our great videos there. Please search American Red Devils on YouTube to find our content, and you can like, subscribe. Also, comment below if you are watching on YouTube. Enjoy it. Also, check out our Patreon page. Patreon.com/American Red Devils. If you want to go the extra mile support independent fan content, check out Patreon.com/American Red Devils. We do extra special behind the scenes episode every single month. And check out American Devils store, truckers, shirts, Viva Garnacho.
Get them while they're hot.
Get them while they're hot. We had the Eric Ten Hag scarf, killed that guy. We were like, you know what? We're done making manager scarves because they're going quick and fast. Who's the next young, upcoming, promising talent? It's Garnacho.
Should have been a mod.
Made a scarf for him.
We're going to do former players now. Good Lord.
I think we might need to stop making scarves, but it's an awesome scarf.
It is a great scarf. Look at that.
I'm a Garnacho fan. It's got it's unbelievable, but
Jesus Christ. Chelsea?
To let him go to a
Backbreaker.
league rival.
Go to the
would be
article. Look
horrible.
at
Let's
this.
go.
I couldn't
Oh
help
my
myself.
God.
Fire sale United.
americanreddevils.com, blog content. You can get Alex Muppet transfer takes. Check that out as well. And sir, tell us about iTunes reviews.
iTunes reviews are a great way to support the pod, as are 5-star reviews wherever you listen, but especially if you want some free merch, all you have to do is write a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify and send a screenshot of that review to americanreddevils@gmail.com with your mailing address, and I'll personally pick, pack, and ship free ARD gear. Send it right to your door anywhere in the world. We're sending out packages left, right, and center. We're sending them all around the world. Can't believe it. Love our American Red Devil fans in the United States, but also abroad. We got fans in Northern Europe, Scandinavia, obviously England, Ireland, Southeast Asia, all over the place. We appreciate all American Devils listening. Sir. Europa League magic, Hans and Franz ball. This is where the club's at. Dropping down levels. European nights. I don't even remember what the Angels sound like at this point. It's a distant memory. It's all I hear is, oh, no, guts. No more of those angelic voices. They're gone. We're in the pits. Let's get into the music.
All right, let's break it down. All right, lineup against Rangers at Old Trafford. We had the old chops by Indier in net. Lenny Euro, Ligt, Martinez, center back line. Diallo on the right, Coyer, Bruno in the midfield. Delo, Eriksson, Garnacho, Xerxes. This is and the kitchen sink. It's a European night. Lots of rotation. What do you make of this lineup?
I'm glad to see rotation. I think this is a little bit, we heard the stories coming out of the game week against Brighton, him breaking the TV. I don't hate it. I think this is like where my dog's at. It's like a lot of the players disappointed me last weekend. Coyer, you're going to start. Eriksson, I got to see what you got. Garnacho up front. I didn't hate this. I was glad Coyer got a run out. I'm glad Eriksson has a chance to stretch his legs before he heads into retirement. And Xerxes stays up front because I think he's looked more promising recently than Højlund, even though Højlund has a good record in Europa League. But I was fond of this 11, as fond as I could be because of the changes. What do you think, sir, when you saw it?
No, I like it. Coyer coming in midfield. He deserved the start. Eriksson, interesting one to play with Garnacho up front. But, we got to find the mojo because the attack isn't necessarily clicking. I like Ahmad at right back, and the center back line looked pretty sharp to me. You want to jump into the match?
It was an even game to start with, pretty cagey. United gave up some early chances, but we kind of came alive a little bit more towards the end of the first half. Coyer lost the ball for a big chance, definitely the biggest chance for Rangers in the first half in the 9th minute. But luckily enough, the striker for Glasgow Rangers kind of slipped. Binder came out well, and it didn't turn into a goal, thankfully. 24th minute, great corner, great goal from Ligt. He does very well, but it was overturned by VAR. Actually, I think it was overturned on the field and confirmed by VAR because there was a push by Euro, but it was soft, like toilet paper soft. It was preposterous, like a little bit like literally a one-arm hand, and he kind of just fell over, and I think the Rangers player was taking a meal of it. So that was a good chance for United, of course. And then there was one more towards the end of the first half. Diallo had a great take. He beat his man, came in, and Butland had a good half until Butland had a good game until he didn't. And we'll get into that second half. So United came out a little slow. We kind of found our feet towards the end of that first half, but we had some good chances. We did score. I think we should have. I think the goal should have stood, but it did not. So United, of course, it's never easy for us.
Highway robbery from the referee is what we're used to. Come out second half, sub Maguire for Ligt, and then in the 52nd minute, we would get our goal.
Bruno hit it crisply enough, deflected up and over. 6 league defeats in 9. They need a big European campaign. Oh, it's gone in! The goalkeeper came and punched it into his own net, I think. And Manchester United have a freakish lead. 51 minutes gone.
Freakish lead. Butland scores. Player celebrating, having a ball. You'll take it on a European night at Old Trafford.
You will. I hate to say it. Not the prettiest goal. Own goal from the keeper with him flapping the ball in. You don't see that every day. But United need a bit of luck. We're in a tough moment. We're in a dark place. And sometimes you just need the breaks to go to your way. We had some good breaks today. They had some chances that kind of just edged wide. And sometimes you need own goal to get you ahead. So there's no shame in that. fuck it, 1-0. Ball don't lie.
Yeah, the good news here is we've seen a lot of goalkeeping errors in our days.
Usually
at
us.
Manchester United, but we've never seen the goalie reverse punch into the net. That's the first time I've ever seen
That's a
that
new one.
at this level of football. But we'll take it. It's always good to be on the right side of a goalkeeper error. 52nd minute, Bruno goes close from range, but is tipped over. 55th, Malacia comes on for Euro. Malacia is seeing time here. Should we be concerned? I think so. Garnacho getting involved, 61st, hits the post after a nice 1-2. I felt like he had a good game. Why are we selling him?
We're broke.
64th minute, great free kick. Maguire, free at the back post, should have scored. I feel like we're just not hitting the target. We're not getting our goals.
It was a great ball in. Eriksson was terrific from dead ball situations. Here is that chance, sir. Maguire, that big old head. He like we talked about a lot in his United career. Obviously, he's turned things around since he lost his captaincy, but he's probably should have scored like 10 more goals at United. He's had so many good chances. Just he's not the aerial threat that he was at Leicester. But hey, who is?
Sub 74th minute, Man Utd for Koyer and Eriksson. They were a little gassed. They haven't had a lot of minutes. 81st, great chance for a free kick. Ugarte has his chance saved. 82nd minute, Højlund comes on for Xerxes. The Dane hasn't been featuring too often, so good to see him get out there. 87th, another great effort from Garnacho. And all these chances that United have added up here.
Feels about right.
88th minute,
I felt this
Rangers would
coming.
absolutely just destroy Harry Maguire. It's a shame.
Well, that's what he does. He scores goals. There's 17 this season. And Manchester United were nearly there and guaranteeing at least a playoff place. He looked to the assistant for a flag. Desta's pushing.
God damn it.
Finished it brilliantly. That's his 150th career goal.
Sign him up.
He's third in Europe.
I'd hate to say it, but it is a great finish here.
Took it down very well.
No, it's a great touch. It's a great turn. I mean,
It's a
Maguire,
great goal. I mean,
Maguire should not be done like that. He shouldn't get the chance to do it, but he takes the ball terrifically well on his foot, kind of pirouettes. Magoo is so good usually in the air. Right? He just kind of gets caught out. So we had one of those in us. I mean, this is a European night, so we're never going to keep it easy, but it does set things up for a little late drama at Old Trafford, sir. Sir Alex Ferguson in the stands with a big smile on his face after this one.
Ugarte. That save now by Buckland from Ugarte's header seems so important. Martinez with the cross in. Manchester United surely have won it now. Bruno Fernandes. A brilliant out volley from a fantastic ball in to surely settle. A fantastic Europa League game.
You know what that is?
Just as Rangers thought they got the draw. See Martinez looking, carrying, has another look, sees his captain making the run. Pinpoint accuracy and a brilliant finish from Bruno Fernandes.
Hey, when Bruno Fernandes scores, this team is doing well. And that is an amazing ball from Ligt. And what a finish by Bruno. What a time to score. United win 2-1 at home. Europe's looking a dream. The league's looking
A nightmare.
A nightmare, sir. And that's kind of where we're going to leave it. Checking out the stats. 16 shots for United, 11 for Rangers, 6 shots on target for United, 7 on target for Rangers. So pretty even other than the possession. United 68% to their 32. 601 passes to their 297. We absolutely dominated. You could tell the quality
Look at that table,
of
though.
United, but the standings,
Ooh, that looks
it leaves
good.
us in 15th.
I wish we were in fourth in a different table.
Plus 5 goal difference.
Plus 5.
So Europe, everything's coming up swimmingly, including for the Tottenham Hotspur, who's also struggling in the league, but they're also doing fine in Europa League. This is how we're going to punch our ticket to Europe if we do it.
That's it. That's the only chance we got.
We need Amorim breaking TVs after every game.
Yeah. This
And
team is
we
shit. You're the
need-
worst team I've ever seen. Worst team in Manchester United's history. Certainly in the modern era. But a huge result. I hate to say it. It's like, Rangers, they're a solid team. They're not some random team from who knows where. I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but they're a big, solid team that we're used to playing, even in the Champions League back in the day. So a good win. I'm sure Ruben will be relieved. He's been under pressure. He's had some pressers. I'm not nervous. Don't say that was incredible. That was like a drill tweet. He's like, I'm not nervous. Don't say I was nervous.
You're nervous.
Yeah, you look nervous.
Are you nervous? Because
I'm nervous. I'm nervous that fucking Ratcliffe and Go
I'll
are
tell you-
bottling this in real time.
I'll tell
Selling Garnacho, kill me now.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Delvin now,
The best
60
the
million.
best line ever in the history
I'm not
of
nervous.
Manchester United is watching this team is not good for your health. Coaching this team is not good for your health. This
Correct.
man looked very healthy and relaxed. Now he looks like he aged 10 years. Let's hear from Ruben Amorim, the poet. What does he got for us?
Look, congratulations on the win. What do you make of that when you go from one emotion to another emotion so drastically at the end?
Yes, it's hard to deal. We didn't deserve it, that draw at the moment, and then I think it was fair for us to win a game that we already knew was tough. In this moment, we start well. I think the pace of the game helped us because it's different and you can feel it. We try to do things. We were better with the ball. Sometimes we control well in the beginning, and then we lost the control for 7 minutes because of some bad passes and some transitions. But then I think we create the best chances to win the game, and I think we deserve to win.
Hi, Ruben. Alejandro Garnacho was one of United's most dangerous players. Obviously, there's been lots of reports about interest from Napoli, from Chelsea. Is there a possibility that tonight was his last game at Old Trafford?
No, I'm focused on the games, and this year, this player for Manchester United was really important for us today. Let's see the next days.
Ruben, about Alejandro, you talk about how hard he's been working in training.
Look, he speaks. No misses.
Win helps. A win helps.
Yeah,
He's a little calmer.
His best.
He's
How
back
important-
to normal. He's back to normal here. He was off the rails for a little bit there. It's okay. It's like
happens to all of us.
It's a big job, a lot of pressure. It's not going great. That mountain's a lot taller than he thought, and it looks like he's kind of got his mojo back here. The result definitely helps, but the manager speaking to Garnacho, that's heartbreaking.
And that is the tone of someone who sounds like it's not like he's our guy. He's not going, that's like, I don't know what's going to happen. And it sounds like there is at least a 50-50 chance that Alejandro Garnacho is going to be sold to Chelsea scum. Like, unbelievable.
I'm not going 50-50.
I think there's a lot of momentum gaining. It can fall apart just as easily, but like, they clearly want to sell. Chelsea have cash.
No,
they have
it's
room
a valuation. It's just like,
and at 60 million is a fucking deal. If I had the room, I'd buy it, and I needed a winger. He's better than Jadon Sancho.
I think the best point that you made is before the podcast we were talking about this is 60 million ain't what it used to be.
No.
And if you're going to buy some no-name left back who's just an absolute punt for 35, and you have like this amazing talent who could be worth like $150, he could be the next Ronaldo, why would you sell him? And especially when you look at his attacking contribution today, Hoyle ain't doing that.
Only
Like
Ahmad.
Xerxes ain't doing that. Like Ahmad's good. Ahmad's like really good. But I feel like Garnacho just might have a higher ceiling than anyone on this team right now from just like the raw talent perspective. And you don't want to let that go. I mean, it'd be the equivalent of Cole Palmer leaving Chelsea, in my opinion. Like he's not at that level, but he could be at that level. It's a good valuation, but you don't now.
It's not a good value. It's not a good valuation because of the point I was making to you earlier, which is that like you got to replace him. We have one good winger. We have one good winger. His name is one good winger. If you lose Garnacho, his name is Amad Diallo. Other than you're fucked. It's like Anthony's getting loaned to Batiste. Rashford, you're trying to do everything you can to sell. It's like you loaned out fucking Sancho. You're trying to sell him, and you can't replace him. That kid at Southampton, not even the 18-year-old, the one who like cooked Euro time, dude, he would be 40 million, 45, and he scored like 2 goals. And I'm just saying is the cost to replace Garnacho is at least 40, 45, 50 million. This is basically an FFP play. It's like because they can get a multiplier effect because he's homegrown, because he joined the club at 16, that has got to be motivating the sale the same way it did with McTominay. And this would be a backbreaker because it's like we don't sell players to Chelsea. And we definitely don't sell 20-year-olds to Chelsea who are going to be.
No,
I think Ahmad's got as much talent.
Sancho,
we
by
need
the
both,
way,
bro. You sell Sancho because like he's gone bad and he's got a track record of going bad.
No.
Garnacho is like unpolished gem who's got so much raw talent, and he's got like the Riz, which is important, especially when you sell him to Spain someday. But if we do this at 60 million, it's gonna bite us in the ass.
Selling him is like plus. There's a lot of news that broke selling him plus the PSR, like feel bad for United because we lost so much money.
Yeah, fuck you.
By the way, they're going to raise the cost of our season tickets to pay for the Glazers' debt. Ratcliffe didn't have the plan. It's not going to plan. You start selling your young, promising talent, and you're already in a relegation fight, we will be in the championship. If you sell Garnacho, like you think these guys are going to be able to... We got lucky to get a Garnacho. You let him go, like, for $60 million?
We have no one. We have no other. We have a mod.
Who are you going to buy? And these guys are going to bottle that. So, like, I would argue that, like, if you're a good director of football, half the players you buy turn to shit.
Yeah.
Like, half.
That's a good ratio, 50-50.
If you buy 2 players for $30 million each, you think United's going to get anyone that's going to be worth what Garnacho could eventually be worth? It would be a crime to sell him to Chelsea. And by the way, we probably ruined him anyway because we've been playing him in different positions and... A young player.
He's so young. He's got so much career left, sir.
No, but I'm saying we're not getting the best out of him.
No, we're not.
So we're not putting the best Garnacho on the market to get the best value because we're like chopping and changing managers and style. There's no place for him to play. There's no consistency. And for a young player, it just ruins your form. So we could whinge all day about how shit United are, how bad it's going.
I mean, this would be a before and after type event. If we were to sell Garnacho to Chelsea in January for £60 million. One thing to sell for 100 in the summer or something, but like cut rate deal. Like I said on the website, americanreddevils.com. It's a fucking fire sale because the club.
It means we're getting worse.
No, it means we're fucked and they have no options and this is all they got. And this is like their one move. But like you said, it's like, I'd want Garnacho in a cup competition because guess what? He scored in the FA Cup final that we won. And it's like, we're going to need a player like that. We need to play like Ahmad. We need to play like Garnacho. We need to play like Bruno. You need everything you can to try and beat whoever we end up, if we can get lucky and do what it takes to advance in the Europa League. But that's basically our only chance. So this is fucking madness. This is like, you're focused too much on the bottom line and like, how are you going to replace him? You can't replace him. $60 million. You're crazy.
All right, let's jump into fan questions here at United Scores. Thoroughly enjoyed watching Sir Alex smiling up in the stands after Bruno's winner. Absolutely. So did we. At DavyT_, my skipper, they can never make me hate him. United undefeated in Europe. The only thing we have going for us, so I'm all in on Europa League. Hans and Franz Cup, it's coming home, sir, to Manchester United. I'm just hoping these days tick by so that Garnacho is not dealt before the deadline. But let us know what you think in the comments below. Please support the podcast. Check out americanreddevils.store. Alex mentioned his Garnacho blog, the ode to Garnacho at americanreddevils.com. Also check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/americanreddevils. Like, subscribe, do all those fun, free things. Sir, you got to give us our top downloads the last 7 days.
We appreciate all the American Devils listening week in, week out. Couldn't do it without you. It is dark days at United, selling top prospects to our bitter rivals. Hate the Blues. Hate them. God, I hate the Blues. That sucks. This sucks. Maybe it's all fake, but there's a lot of smoke.
I think it's haggling over price. I don't know if it's fake. I think it's, if they get to a certain valuation, they'll get them. But give us our top $10 last 7 days.
Let's go. Number 1, Chicago, Illinois, Dublin, Ireland, Melbourne, Australia, Manchester, England, Houston, Texas, Brooklyn, New York, Los Angeles, California, Philly, PA, Oslo, Norway, and Charlotte, North Carolina. Appreciate all the American Red Devils listening week in, week out. Couldn't do it without you. Hang in there. It's always darkest before the dawn. It's always darkest where it's pitch black. We're in hell. Hey, you know, misery likes company. So that's why you have the American Red Devils come to us with the hot banter. Greatest club in the world. We will be back. We will be back.
Just not anytime soon.
Just not anytime soon.